Welcome to the White Chair Beauty Series.
Welcome.
I forgot which episode this is, honestly. We were gone for a couple weeks. We were traveling, and then school started for our kids. So
It's been a lot.
Yeah, been a lot going. But I'm thinking about doing, when days that we're free, filming 2 episodes just in case stuff like that happens.
Exactly.
We can then have another episode to put out. But we had a couple requests in regards to the booking system that we use or what we should recommend. I mean, we're not going to recommend any specific one, but having a booking system in place can make it a seamless experience for your customers.
Super
and
important.
Things that we learned that cost us in the beginning when we started, and then, making it so much more seamless
For the client.
For the client, yeah. So
for yourself, honestly.
Yeah, organizing it, cost-effective ways to doing it, how much money you can actually save with certain things that you do. So let's get into that. First question is actually for you: is what was the biggest struggle we had when we first got started booking clients?
So I think we did have a booking system, but we didn't have did we have an online? I can't even remember, honestly. But a lot of people, they would text me or DM me or email me, and then I was trying to book those people by myself, where I would take their information, what they needed, and then I would book it myself. And it became really chaotic. A lot of times I would double book people sometimes, forget about an appointment. I've done that before.
Yeah.
So for us to have a really easy booking system that I can just send them the link and they go and they book it themselves.
I think when we first started, we started with, I don't want to, we're not sponsored or anything. We have zero fault, like high followers. We use Fresha.
Yeah.
Which was I use them because they have such an easy, seamless experience, layout. It just looks so modern compared to the other booking systems. So we use them. In the beginning, I think this was years ago. They didn't have like a POS system or a credit card merchant system. So we had to use a separate system. So going back to who we started using in the beginning was Fresha.
Yeah, but because when we were starting, anybody that wanted an appointment, I wanted to make sure I could get it done for them, kind of bend over backwards, which is fine. But you also want to have boundaries with your clients. Like, I think we've talked about that in other episodes of like people texting me all hours of the day or night. I would always respond. I would always, book their appointment anytime. But with the booking system, if it's 3 a.m, they can go online and book an appointment anytime. It's like you were saying, top of mind, right? Like if somebody has an idea to get their brows waxed and then they have to call, but the place is closed, a lot of times they forget, and then they don't book it. So I think that's important too, having a booking system where they can book it 24/7.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we loved the booking system that we had, but like I said, they didn't have like a credit card system in place. So the biggest mistake we learned in the beginning, I think, was no shows. So people wouldn't show up.
Well, we didn't take a credit card at that time because, again, we were starting out and any appointment was an appointment, Sometimes a credit card can deter people from booking an appointment. But we soon realized that those might not be the clients that you necessarily want, because you always want to have that in place because it protects you and it protects your business.
Yeah, definitely. That was just one major factor was... it drastically changes how people show up and don't show up.
100%.
When you put a no-show policy in place and then have them put their credit card on file when they book an appointment. So that was primarily why we switched up, was mainly for that. It's fly.
Okay, next question. From a business owner's perspective, what's the number one metric a booking system should improve?
Well, number one, if you use a reliable booking system, the metrics, you have data to look at. So picking a booking system that you can look at data is very important to me. So see how many, what's your retention rate? We always talk about that. What is the bookings, like basically hours of not use. So how many hours you're working and then how many hours you're not working or you're not booked up. That would probably be me, and then mainly would be for the no-shows, reduction of no-shows. So focusing on increasing your retention rate, lowering the no-shows by putting a policy in place.
I also think like sending something that can send confirmations, something that's easy to rebook for the client
Yeah.
or yourself. Those are important because we don't even have to think about that. It's just the confirmation is
Yeah, yeah.
sent.
Making sure the reminders are set. So that's very important. So here's one thing. Most booking systems do a 24-hour reminder. We're using Square Appointments now. But the reminder, I changed it from, this is just a little secret for people. I changed my reminders from 24 hours. I send it out to 72 hours prior, because you'd be surprised how many people want to cancel. They'll be like, oh, I didn't, So when you do it 72 hours, it gives you 48 hours of extra time to get that spot booked up now.
100%.
So that's what I would highly recommend is.
And also, if you have a 24-hour cancellation policy and you send a reminder out 24 hours, that's not going to work, because then people will be, oh, this happened, I just got the reminder. Like, no.
Yeah.
So,
I would definitely, do it 72 hours. I mean, I saw a big difference in cancellations and no-shows and stuff like that. People not showing up the day of or
and
stuff
if
like
they
that.
do cancel, because obviously they can cancel within 24 hours, but then you have that time, like you said, to get it filled. Like you have extra time to get it filled.
Yeah, it is. You're paying money. Don't be cheap about it. Get a booking system that you don't want to pay a lot of money for booking, when you're first getting started, but some are actually free depending on your usage, like how many people, text messages are being sent out and stuff like that. Some are free, some are $10.
Some are even included, like I know even like where we have our locations, Salon Republic and Salon Loft, they do have them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how great they are, but
yeah, they're not that great. I never use it, so I can't speak about it, but yeah, don't be cheap about it. Spend a little. You got to invest at least $50-$60 a month minimum, I say, and it makes everything a lot more seamless. You get your confirmation sent out, you get your reminders sent out, text messages and emails. You're organized. You reduced amount of no-shows by a lot.
I mean, I know so many people in this industry that, even if you go on Instagram, you say you find somebody to do your hair and it'll say DM for book, or it'll say call for, and that's what? No, I want to look at and see all of the availability, and I want to be able to, that is important to me. So I wanted that in my business as well.
Yeah, 100%. I don't want to repeat myself again, but which booking features actually made your day easier behind the chair?
Well, automatic reminders, like we said, we kind of already touched on that. Also, the thing I love about the booking system as well, I used to use our iPad for like messaging and messaging clients back and forth. And the booking system we have now, basically we message through there. Also, it helps because we do have employees, so we can see everything that's going. So we stopped using our iPad because then it was just too crazy trying to see, okay, where's the messages?
Yeah.
I don't know where they're coming from. If all messages go through that, you can see what your employees are messaging clients, A. B, you can always have records of your messages with clients forever. So it's in their client portal.
So it makes it seamless, not just for the business owners, for the customers to reach out, but
and for your employees.
So we all in one platform.
And also one more thing. So another great thing I also love about
The booking system that
our booking system, our platform, is there's you can make notes either for every appointment or you can make notes for everybody to see. You can actually, they just had a feature too that you can upload photos, which is so cool because I just did a client the other day and her wedding's coming up. She's like, I love the color. I uploaded a photo, so that I can see it. A lot of times if I make notes, I'm kind of like, I can't really remember exactly. When you see thousands of clients, so that's another really good feature.
And then we're talking about features that like I said, we're using Square Appointments. You can be using another. These are features you want to take a look at. Where you're able to put notes in. You're able to send out reminders. You're able to send out text messages.
And you have everything in one location.
Yeah, most booking systems, if you pay a good amount of money for, they'll have all those features. But those are something you mainly want to look at that they have is, it checks off across the board of making it easier, not for you, but your customers. As well. So, highly, I would say that client history that you can take a look at is the main thing that I love about
I mean,
Square
what
is.
we use a lot. Sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
What we use it for a lot as well is a lot of times, people, if they want to cancel a late cancellation, you can look back in their messages. We always check to see, okay, are they a person, if they want to get waived, a lot of times we'll waive some of the fees.
Yeah, we look at it.
So we look at the whole history, and it's all in one place. So we're not,
Yeah, you go through the messaging service. I mean, the messages you get, like, hey, and you see how many times they do last minute. And the cool feature about it is you can actually block them.
Yeah.
So sometimes we just block them. We notate it. Hey, this customer has
they haven't
3
paid
no-shows.
their no-shows, yeah.
And we, they have to either pay up front next time that they come in. I know we sound like we're really strict, but in this industry, you have to respect yourself. Your customers have to respect you. You have to respect your customers as well. It's hard. Like if someone, imagine like you you're booked up, and then someone cancels a 2-hour appointment. And you're just sitting there, and
there's they
don't want to pay for it. They're complaining about it. Hey, we send out reminders for you.
Yeah, that's why we send out reminders.
And you get a confirmation. Someone called the other day, and I looked, and they're like, I can't book an appointment online. And I was like, I think, I don't want to be rude on the phone or be like, hey, I think you're blocked, but. I said it professionally. I was like, on our end, it looks like you had a couple no-shows or last-minute cancellations, and our system triggers
invoice.
Yeah. And the customer's like, oh, I'm so sorry, and then I usually end up booking the appointment for them, but we have an eye on certain customers because of the notes that we have, and we actually utilize all that
because sometimes people will take advantage.
Yeah, another cool feature on the business side, I think is very important is. Square started doing this, I think maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. You can send out a form. So when customers book an appointment, they get a form sent out to them.
A waiver, you mean?
A waiver. And they put their...
Sign their waiver.
Yeah, they, like...
All electronically, because we used to have a paper, and I'm telling you, we had boxes upon boxes of paper, of signed paper consent forms.
Yeah. And it's not... Sometimes, unless you keep it in a safe area, that's not really...
Well, then we had to scan it in, and it was like a whole thing.
So
like
once we did this, I shredded all those and called it a day, and I was like, this is so much more easier. And then the cool thing is, if they already signed one, it won't send out another one out unless I create a new form, which has new guidelines or new, stuff that I need to gather from them. So that's very important to me in regards to that.
Okay, next question. What hidden costs should salon owners look out for when choosing a booking system?
I wouldn't look at it as hidden costs. So you know what you're signing up to, but the hidden costs would be like, oh, if you want to have this feature, it's going to cost you extra $10. Or if you want to send out, you only get 500 text messages. If you need 2,000 you send out for the month, it's another $10. The most I want to say hidden would be is a lot of booking systems, they offer their own POS system where they're the merchant, so they can charge with a credit card. And
which does make it easy, but you spend a lot more money. Yes.
So we have Square, they have their own POS system. We actually don't use their POS system because they take a lot. Their merchant rate's pretty high. So we use Clover, and then we're contracted with another merchant team, our merchant that we use, and we get a lower rate. So I looked at the numbers. One month I was looking at it, I was like, you know what, this is, it's not like, it is a lot if you added like 12 months data, like you're spending X amount of dollars for 12 months. And I looked at it, I'm like, wow, you're spending a lot of money on our like POS system, our merchant fees. Our transaction fees are pretty high. Then I called one company, and I was like, hey, compare this to your rates. And they did compare and contrast to see the difference. So like, oh yeah, with us you'd save $120 a month.
That's great.
And you multiply 120 times 12, you're saving
a lot.
Over $1,200
a
year, $1,300 a year on that. That's a lot of money. That's like, I can do something with that $1,300. So I'll take a look at it. If you're comfortable, it depends on your volume.
Yes.
So if you have a high volume of customers, I would take a look at that. If you have a low volume, just
like for example, for our Austin location, we actually use Square, which is super seamless because I can literally have them tap my phone to check out. It's great. They used to have to like put it in the phone and the whole, but now
Yeah, but now I'm in the
electronically.
next couple of months, I'm
You
going to be
can
changing
literally
that
tap.
too. I'm going to be changing
Yeah,
that to Clover.
but now our volume is getting more, so we have to change to Clover for that as well.
Yeah, it's all about your volume, your numbers. If you're, you're processing $25,000 to $40,000 a month or more, take a look at another POS system.
Yes.
Still use their booking system, but you
Which
may
we
not.
do.
But you may want to use another POS system. Like Clover's very seamless to use. It's very easy to use, and we're saving a lot of money in regards to that. So that's the hidden cost, or not a hidden cost, just you looking at it. But I generally don't know of any hidden. I haven't dealt with it, so I don't know what hidden costs would be.
Yeah, because we've only used the two.
Yeah, I used Fresh in the beginning, and then I changed over to Square, and then we're comfortable with Square. So sometimes the only issues I have with Square, sometimes their server goes down, but it affects everyone. A lot of systems can happen, but that's the only issue I had. We're back.
Sorry.
Our baby was crying, and
Almost fell off the bed.
that's why it's hard to do stuff like this. But she's gonna be in the second half of it.
So back to
So let me ask the question again. So
Okay.
do clients care if a salon has an app or online booking system, or is texting just enough?
I think it's super important to have an online booking app, 100%, because clients want convenience. Like I said earlier in the episode, if they, wake up at midnight or they can't sleep and they really want their brows done, I can't tell you how many appointments we get in the middle of the night.
Wow.
Literally, I will wake up and I'm like, whoa, book, So I think it's super important for people to just be able to book whenever they want. Also, it gets really... it just gets really unmanageable if you have, your text or your DMs, or like I said in the beginning of the episode, having too many booking avenues, it creates a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
And
Honestly,
and for yourself, too.
I don't know. How much time you have for yourself doing that? That's so hectic.
But I know so many people that do that, like call or text or DM,
I think
and
that's
I'm like,
so
DM
hectic.
for
I
book?
can't imagine having a salon prior to the technology.
Yeah.
I'm not the most organized person.
Yeah.
But man, I think that they're losing out on so much business.
Yeah.
By not having a booking system. I was just messaging, I go through a campaign where for our other side of the business that we're doing, for the Brow Fixx Academy, I send out DMs out, to estheticians. And I'm surprised how many of the profiles saying, DM me, text me, DM me, text me. There's no bookings. And I'm like,
first
oh
of all,
my
even
goodness.
if
And
you
you're
use
starting
a
out.
free one for, even if it's not the best, even if it's not it's better to have something than nothing. Even if it's the one that's through your
And they don't
salon
even know it's
boss.
free. I think when we first started Square, we didn't pay anything because our volume was so low. And I just want to feel bad. I want to go for my marketing aspect of what I'm messaging them to hey, you need to have a booking system if you want to get customers. No one's going to DM you. It's very rare that we get a DM for.
Sometimes we do, but then we
because we have an online booking system. If we didn't, we
send a link, And also too, by the way, do you know how much easier it is for people to look at all of your availability? So many people are like, hey, do you have an appointment? And you're like, what do you want it to be? Okay, Monday I have 2, 3, and 4. Tuesday I have 2 and 4. So you know what I mean? You want them to be able to see all of your availability, book in advance. Then you can,
and then your customers will get a message when they book an appointment, which gives them access to. Let's say, what if they change their mind, or they're like, "Oh, I want to add this to the service," or I don't want to do the service anymore. I want to do this service. They can easily go in there and edit their appointment instead of now they're gonna have to call you back. Oh, let's make these changes. Oh, I can't do these changes because I have another appointment. It just makes it so difficult.
Too, maybe in the beginning when you have 20 clients, it's attainable, you could do that. But if you continue to grow and grow, there's absolutely no way I could.
I know sometimes we're taking it as we're speaking in a business of a mind, our mindset is scaling. Scaling, growing.
Scaling.
Where some estheticians are I'm just comfortable having this set of these clients, and I'm they're nothing
they're
wrong.
happy with that.
They're happy with that.
Which
I get
is fine.
it.
But if you want to grow and scale, you have to have something that you can.
It's feasible that you can be able to scale
handle it
and handle the workload, because it's gonna then it's gonna be a problem, because you're gonna be like, oh wow, and it's gonna just give you all this anxiety, unnecessary stress, because you can't keep up with the workload.
And there are those clients too that they want, I wouldn't say like to be babied, but they want the attention. And if you keep giving that to them constantly, like that's what their appointment's for. You're there to be one-on-one with them during their appointment, but you don't need to be booking their appointments. That's like being a full-on concierge.
Yeah.
Which, you know.
And pretty soon AI is gonna take over that.
Yeah.
So you better utilize that technology. Pretty soon, it's already doing it. When people message us on Square, I turn on the like a automatic feature. So if they ask like a certain question, like, hey, can I cancel my appointment? And auto response, it responds to them saying, hey, you're past the 24-hour time frame. Unfortunately, you can't cancel. You have to call to speak to one of our team members or something like that. Or they'll message us saying, hey, can I change my appointment? And then it'll send them a link saying, hey, you can edit it with this.
Yeah. Or it'll say if they can change their appointment, it will say A, B, C, or D. Do you want to come in this time, this time, this time? It'll give them
I didn't even know that until I
Me
looked.
neither. I'm like, oh, their appointment has been changed.
I was like, no wonder no one ever talks to us. Like, I was like, we have this, no one ever messed. And then I look, I'm like, oh, they're always talking to the AI.
Yeah.
Which is cool, which is less work for you, less work. Imagine we had to
do all that
where someone was messaging, because now I kind of remember, think about it.
Oh my God, it was a lot.
Like a lot, like before the automated response came out, we were actually texting a lot.
Yep.
Do you remember? Like we were going back and forth a lot.
Yep.
And I was like, oh wow, this is actually.
But thankfully, we didn't have as many clients back then, so it was more doable. But again, as you get more and more busy, it's going to get harder and harder. So you need to put these things in place in the beginning, so you have them all set up, and then you train clients almost how to do things, right?
Yeah, agree. So, yeah, I think just get a booking system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Question for you: how do integrations with marketing tools make a booking system more powerful, would you say?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. I integrate with, so a lot of estheticians or salon owners might not be tech savvy, but I have, I know some of the technical stuff. So I use like Make or Zapier, which it integrates with Clover, Square. So when someone books an appointment, it goes through Zapier and it pulls their information and it adds them to the email list, and then they get an automated email. So if you utilize, I think I'm getting too technical where I'm confusing myself with that, but you can integrate a lot is what I'm saying with some of these tools. And they'll tell you, like when you sign up, they'll be like, you can integrate it with this. Zapier and Make and all that. Like if you can integrate with Zapier, you can do anything you want.
Cool.
Because that pulls your data, everything to them, and but that's how we send out text messages. So when someone mainly after an appointment, when someone's done, they get an automated text, automated email saying thank you for choosing our salon out of all the salons out here. We if you would mind, writing us a quick review.
An honest review. Which we talked about last time. Reviews are super important. So if you can integrate your booking system with your reviews and all of that, right? Yeah.
So the integration is a game changer where you do that. So there's emails, there's SMS. Mainly emails and SMS is all you need in regards to that. But you can also pull data into POS systems where you can see how many brow waxes you're doing, how many laminations you're doing, what is your most popular service, and you can look at these data points, and then when you run ads, you can focus on those ads now, because those are your high selling items. So I think integration. I can go on for hours, or not hours, but I can go on for a very long time.
But also too, I think just going back to like the POS system, that kind of thing, that's really important as well. Just because I know brow artists either do just Venmo or cash, and I'm like, how do you even know how much money you're making?
Well, number one, that's really. I don't want to become an accountant, but
you need to know how much you're making.
You gotta know your overhead and your
and
your
like
profit margin.
we can look at Square. We can do it by week, by day. We can do it by month and see how much we're making exactly. How much tip of that is tips. I think a lot of chaos happens when you're just you're not actually using a system.
Yeah, and then also I forgot about the integration part is, so once we once a transaction goes through, that's the integration part where it pulls their data into our email system. Obviously, the first email that goes out is their, hey, would you mind writing an honest review about our salon? But the cool thing is I actually have another email go out about 3:20. I set it up for like 25 days or so, saying, hey, it's about that time.
Yeah.
Your brows are getting a little furry, or your brows are getting a little, and
it makes people, oh my gosh.
So that's an automated email, and every
really
time they
cool.
book an appointment, they do that. And then the integrations also set up is sometimes you don't want people to be getting emails all the time.
Yeah.
So how I set this up with lists is if this person gets subscribed to this list, unsubscribe them from this list. Mm-hmm. If this person's on, you're getting this, so they don't get bombarded with so many.
Yeah, because then they'll unsubscribe.
And that's your integration, how you have it set up.
Yeah.
But that's important is, hey, your brows are getting a little furry.
I like that.
It's time to do a cleanup session. Yep. But I mean, we're saying brows, like your nails are looking kind of. Well, you need to get your nails done. Yeah, you need your nails. You got to get your nails done. It's a reminder. It's sometimes people be like, oh, I forgot to book my appointment. I got to do it, and it makes you look obviously it makes you look like you're corporate
and professional.
A big business, but at the same time, top of mind. They're gonna,
People literally always tell us that they think we're like a corporation.
Yeah, and we're not. We're family owned. We just utilize and take advantage of all the technology, and the crazy part is it's not that expensive.
No.
I pay $10 a month for my integration system. Our booking system costs us probably because we utilize all the tools, like $130 a month. Our email system costs us, that we send out automated emails, costs us $85. Our website, if you add all that up, we're paying like $220 a month.
It's well worth
to function a business that
looks really professional.
Yeah, and that's all. I know in the beginning, 220. Some people was like, oh, I don't have that.
Yeah. So just do what you can, and then as you get bigger and bigger, then.
When we first started, I didn't use the make integration or Zapier, which is like $10-$20 a month. I'm grandfathered in, so I don't know what the prices are now, but I pay 10, and then our booking system. When we first started with Square, we didn't pay anything. I think it was free, and then once you add team members, then you have to start paying for team members. And then using the forms and stuff like that, the waivers, it adds up. That's why I'm saying that additional $20, the additional hidden costs. It's not hidden, but they tell you. But you think it's part of your membership or your monthly dues that you pay. But yeah, it doesn't cost that much. Just you have to spend money to make money. That's what everything. Heard it from my dad and entrepreneurs, like, hey, you want to make money? You got to spend money. And
then put that money that you make back into the business. Don't go out and spend it frivolously.
Yeah, and when we say you have to spend money, value your time. So your time is worth money too. So which system felt the easiest for you and clients between Fresh, Square, and text messaging, or which one?
I think Fresha was it was really great starting out because it was free. And it was really easy to use. I actually really like that.
Yeah, I love their platform.
Yeah, but as we got busier, we had to have something that was, had more features, which was great. And definitely, obviously in the beginning, people are going to text you. You're starting a business. I literally, when we first started our business, I texted every single person, like personally, I am leaving the salon. I'm going to this salon. I need your email address. So in the beginning, you might have to do that, but you want to veer away from that if possible.
Yeah.
But we love Square.
Yeah,
it's great.
We haven't tried any other ones. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, so we don't know.
Not promoting or anything. I'm comfortable with Square appointments. I utilize them. They're honestly the best looking modern looking booking system.
I think you can even
the only
do
thing,
a website.
if anyone from Square is watching this, you don't allow Google Analytics for me to put Google Analytics on the back end to
maybe they'll change that.
Track the conversions when they go through actually book an appointment, which it's very upsetting. But no, they're such a big company that, I guess they don't want to do that because they want to have their own data, or they don't want Google to keep track of them. I don't know, But that's the one upsetting thing about Square, is that Google, you can't put Google. I mean, I haven't checked recently. Maybe they added it, but I gotta go look. But I can't never track Google Analytics with it. So
If a salon owner is on a budget, what do you think is the best option to start with?
number one option is go make a list of 5 booking systems you like. Look at their pros and cons, and then look which one's free and paid. So if you don't mind paying $30 a month for one, do it. If it's free, do it. So just that's one thing I would do.
And what, upgrade later, you think?
Yeah, of course. You as you grow your business, you're gonna upgrade and change your book. So we went from Fresha, I completely changed our booking system to Square. What?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you were saying something to me.
No, I'm just holding your hand.
Oh. I would. If the salon was on a budget, what's the best option to start with? One would be a booking system, free or paid. A paid version, get the minimalist amount of monthly fee one. Have a email subscription plan or campaigns that you're gonna send out. We used MailChimp in the beginning, which was free.
Yeah.
I think for the first 500 subscribers. I don't know now. I haven't used them in a really long time. But there's ones that are like $40 a month, 20. It goes based on volume. So that's the good thing about technology now. Is if you're not that, if you don't have a huge email list in the beginning, you don't have to pay that much.
Yeah.
As you grow, you can afford it because you're reaching out to a higher volume of people. And another thing I would recommend is to have a phone line.
Yes.
100% have a phone line. We use Uma, which is I think strategically is the cheapest way. We pay $25 a month for it, and it's
we have text messages. Voice.
And it's an automated system that you set in place. So like, thank you for calling.
Well, also too, I will just interject in the beginning. I was using my cell phone.
Yeah, personal number.
And you don't want to give your first personal number. I know a ton of texts that do that, and then they literally have their voicemail as their business, which you don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want your personal line out there.
No, and you don't want people.
We use Uma,
you.
and the main reason one is it keeps it professional. You have a professional line. 2 is it's an automated feature, so like you call a big franchise, or like let's say you call AT&T, or you call someone they're like, thank you for calling AT&T, press 1 to speak to, or press 1. It's exactly the same feature we did with us. Is simply I went on Upwork and I hired someone for $100.
Like, hello, this is the Brow Fixx.
Yeah, and I gave her a script.
And she did it.
And she did it, and then I uploaded her voice into it. It's super easy to do.
And then it's really professional. Also, you don't have to answer every single call because it's automated. So they'll press 1 if they want to speak to a team member, 2 if they want to book an appointment, 3 if they want to leave a text message, whatever, So it's great.
Yeah, that's the text message part is part of Square.
Yeah.
So that's another cool thing about Square. If you give Square, it gives you personal number now that you can do, and you can call it, and then it'll say, hey, no one's around, but if you want a text to be sent out to you, and then people do that. So that's a really cool feature that you want to utilize. So I would say booking system, email, and phone to get started with.
Yep.
And it makes it very easy. And then from there, then you can do Zapier, and then you can do a POS system that's cheaper for your, managing your overhead of how much you're spending for your business. So those are the main ones I would focus on in the beginning, if you're on a budget or if you don't mind spending a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So how did switching booking systems impact your relationship with clients? So like let's say for example, when we went from Fresha to Square, how did that affect?
Well, I think it made them take us more seriously and make us look more professional. Even just asking for the credit card number. Like people are like, okay, I don't want to, because in the beginning I would have a lot of no-shows. I would have a lot of last-minute cancellations. And also too, I'm not a very confrontational person, and because these clients they're people that you grow to know and love, and you don't want to have like a fight with them over a no-show or so it kind of takes that out of it too. So it's not uncomfortable, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think they just thought I was more professional, and they had to take me more seriously.
Yeah. I think
as
mainly
an
was
artist.
one was like they had to create like a new profile. They weren't annoyed, but like, oh, I have to do this again. But I was like, you give me your email and your phone number only. But yeah, one was the credit cards. Now they have the option either to book it per appointment or keep it on file just for future appointment, which makes it easier for them. So they don't have to put their credit card information every time. They just boop, and they have a profile. Yeah, I didn't see much of an impact, negative impact or
No.
positive impact.
I
Was
think
just
it
no
weeds
shows
people
went down.
out with the, like you said, the credit card. That weeds people out, so that's better for your business in the long run.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Looking ahead, what features will the best booking systems be able to offer in 2025, do you think?
Oh, this one would be just AI. I mean, anything integrated with AI in the future. I think here's one thing I would say is the booking systems when you book, it would be cool if they have like an automated upsell, like it upsells them automatically. Hey, you Brow Wax, put a tint on. It's 50.
Do you need a tint?
Do you need a tint? Hey, you can get it only for add it on for $15. So if they do like an automated upsell, that will be cool. Better data. Square just gives you.
Like you were saying, it's just basic.
Yeah, I wanna.
If you want a really granular,
I will look at that. And here's one very important one that I think it's going to be pivoting towards what is a lot of booking. I mean, like I said, we've only been using Square, but is doing subscription model. So having people pay a monthly fee, and then from there you're saying, hey, let's say for example, I'm just giving an example of us. Like, hey, you pay us $50 a month. That includes a free one brow wax and a free lip wax every single month. And then from there, they're they have the choice, but it entices them more to come in more often, and they're getting a little discount because they're paying for that monthly subscription.
And sometimes people don't show up to that, so then that's money in your pocket.
Yeah, so that's one thing, and then everything just leaning towards AI. I mean, you basically don't need to do anything anymore except just show up to work, right?
It's your assistant, literally your personal assistant for everything you need.
Yeah, so making it seamless and lowering your workload and stress is just the number one priority for anything in life right now.
Yes.
So and then on top of that, utilizing the technology where you get the subscription model that you can implement. Automated, upsells where it does it for you. Like, hey, you're looking to, if you book a certain appointment, it knows to upsell it with this. That would be the most ideal booking system. And then better data tracking on them and making it easier integrating with POS systems. There's just so many things. And it's, there may be a booking system out there that does it.
Yeah.
I got to do I just don't, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy where I'm at. So I don't care to mess with it.
Yep.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it. But it's cool to have those features
Yep.
with a booking system. I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully we covered informative information for you in regards to a booking system. It's very important to have. And if you don't mind subscribing, liking, writing a comment, click the bell.
Layla.
Say bye-bye. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.